Hey comic book fans, I am back from the comic shop again tonight, and tonight's word is reprints. So I got 6 new comics, 5 of them are reprints. Well, one's a reprint technically, but it's a 4th printing. But first, I'm going to show you a little something I picked up. This is not for me. This is for Bob Wyachek, a friend of mine, who is the inker on this book. This is Armor Wars 2, so it's Iron Man 258 through like 268 or 267 or something. He's going to be appearing, I think it's at the Baltimore Con in a couple weeks. And he wanted me to see if they had any copies of these because he wanted something to sign to get to, because people, you know, when you show up at a con and you show up empty-handed with no books, sometimes people want to buy a book from you that you signed. So he got Armor Wars 2 from that, or rather, This I don't know if I've ever... I remember reading some of this. I don't remember if I read all of this, but it's good stuff. It's Bob Wyachek over J.R. Jr. I can't remember who was writing it at this time, but that's just something I picked up for him. I also picked up for him the, where is that? A True Believers book. I got this for myself a couple weeks ago. This is the Steve Ditko True Believers, so I picked that up for Bob too because he saw my copy and said, "Oh, can you get me one of those?" I said, "Sure." As long as I had it, and I happened to be looking through stuff and saw it there. And now we have Comic Shop News, Archie, 1955. I think the first issue of that was out too. It looked pretty good. Hellboy and the VP of the Seven Wives Club. We'll find out what's new in Hellboy and Archie world. Then we mostly have here all the ordering. Let's see what True Believers, because I just saw. I'm getting more excited about these True Believers reprints than anything new Marvel's doing. I saw they released yesterday or the day before, someday this week, the list of True Believers stuff for December, I think it was. And there was just a lot of cool stuff there. Oh, I think this is before then. True Believers must be X-Men month next month, because I see a lot of True Believers X-Men stuff. Pyro, Richter. But it was like, they just had a lot of like stuff from the obscure stuff from the 70s. That I was like, ooh, I gotta get that for $1. Ooh, I gotta get that for $1. But what did I get for $1 this week? We got this Incredible Hulk. What is this? Professor Hulk. I've seen this one on YouTube a lot. I don't think I've ever read it. I wasn't reading the Peter David. Hulk was a favorite of my childhood, but by the time the mid 80s rolled around, I was buying all indie stuff and not much Hulk. And got a friend who loves the Peter David Hulk. I read a little of it, but not a ton. So we get to read a Peter David and Dale Keown Hulk. And then we got another Hulk True Believer, Joe Fixit. Is this the Peter David era too? Yeah, let's see what numbers these are. This is Hulk 347. I think that's, what was this artist's name? I remember him. I wasn't fond of him, but Jeff Purvis. Yeah, this was the Jeff Purvis era. And, introducing Jeff Purvis pencils. I guess he was, this is Peter David store. This is the first Jeff Purvis store. I wasn't a huge fan of his stuff, but we'll give this I only saw it a list. Like I said, I wasn't buying the Hulk. And then this one they threw in for free for some reason. I didn't order this one on my pull list, but for some reason they got a ton of them, and it wasn't in the. He's like, we're giving you this one for free. It's like, all right. It's some recent reprint. I recognize that cover, but I don't know when this one is from. The Hulk returns. We'll give it a read. And then I finally picked up this reprint. The only 2 things on my pull list this week were these 2 True Believers. That was it. That was the extent of my pull list. So I decided to finally get a copy of the X-Men Facsimile Edition. The only reason I haven't bought this one in the past is because this is a $4 reprint. And I much prefer the $1 reprints. But I was like, you know what? What the heck? I'll get it this week. There's nothing else on my pull list. And I also saw they had a facsimile of Daredevil 181 this week, which I already have the original of, and $4 or $5 that one was. But it looked nice on the bright white paper. That Frank Miller art on the bright white paper. But I probably have in a trade paperback anyway. I think I have all that stuff in a trade paperback too, so I don't need it on the bright white paper. But it caught my eye. I liked the way it looked. Did there used to be a banner or something up there? No, it's a facsimile edition. It just looks weird. This logo looks weirdly empty up there. I don't know why that there's just all that white space up the top. That makes me go, was there something? Because they strip the stuff off for the true believers. Here we go. This one they take out the corner box and stuff, but I don't think they do that with the facsimile editions. Weird. Just looks strange to my eye. Don't know what it is. And then this kind of counts as a reprint. I picked up Once and Future #1, 4th printing, I think he said this is. What does it say in here? I wonder if it tells us, doesn't tell us in the Edisha. I wonder if it tells us in the thing that well, somewhere it says 4th printing, I'm guessing, because the first printing of issue #1 is going. They had for $20, I think. I think that's what it's going for. But it's weird that in printed material. Real. This is very exciting. Me looking for the printing number on this, I guess. But nice cover. I liked that. Wicked and the Divine just ended, so I figured I'd get another Kieran Gillen story. I think it has something to do with King Arthur. It's got some nice artwork in it by who is this? Dan Mora. He's doing illustrated by Dan Mora, colored by Tamara Bonvillain, lettered by Ed Dukeshire. Okay. And then I ended up getting that one because issue 2 came out, and I was just picking up issue 2. Because this was on the stands, and Roy, who the owner, was like, hey, he's like, you want a 5th printing of issue 1? I was like, sure, I'll give that a try. Because there's some nice skeletons there. I was like, sure, 5th printing, I'll give it a try. And he's like, I got one out of my car. I don't know why he had one out of his car. And he went out to his car, and he couldn't find it. And then he went into the store and found the 4th printing of it. He's like, I got more of the 4th printings anyway, so here's a 4th printing. So that's what I ended up with. Once and Future, a King Arthur, which I think was supposed to be a 4-issue mini, but now got it extended to an open-ended one. I'm not positive about that, but I think it's open-ended now, so we'll see. Otherwise, because as I was leaving, he's like, it's only a 4-issue mini. Do you want the other 2 issues on your pull list? I said, sure, may as well put them on there. But I think I now remember hearing that it was extended, but I don't know. So let's give you a little look at some artwork. This is one I was just working on today. I'm getting back to doing some comic covers. Dreams of Things. What issue is this? 60. Being that which one? 59 was the last one I colored. I think I just inked like 70 today. So I don't always do them in order. So sometimes ones, I think this one got forgotten, just like this one got forgotten too. 59, because I'd done them up to, I think I did all the 60s. So 59 and 60 got forgotten to be colored. So here's one. Like I said, I marker colored it today. I was just working on this. Gave her a crazy, Mondrian-ish dress. I've also been doing a lot of, let me show you. Hold on one second here. Here's how they start out. I said another one. I usually pencil them this small and then blow them up and print them out at this size, and I do a lot of the work in the inks. So those other ones were, I did about 4 or 5 of these type Dreams of Things drawing this week. Actually, this is the one with the vertical logo on it. So I'll be working on inking some more of these and getting some more of them done. But right now, I like that face. I find sometimes I have to, because what happens is I work on stuff, and then it sits on my easel for a little while, and then I put it away, and every now and then I have to pull stuff out and look at it to remind me that I've done work. So this is just to remind you that I've done work too. Matter of fact, I was thinking about doing some live drawing videos. Just set up a camera and do some artwork and chit chat while I draw. I haven't actually done it yet because I don't have any clue if anyone would be interested in that. But if you would be interested in live drawing videos, just leave a little note down below saying interested, because maybe then that'll motivate me to do some. Pardon me. But either way, you guys have a good week out there.